Hello my crafty lovelies, it's Pamela. Welcome back to my channel. So I saw a video very early this morning when I couldn't sleep. It's a Melina pilot. I'm not familiar with her, but she's got a load of followers, so I will link her in the description box. But she was making scrap clusters using masking tape, and I thought it was a great idea and I wanted to give it a try because I have a lot of scraps that I'm trying to use up. So let me move out just a little bit if I can. Okay, I don't know if that helps or not, but these are the clusters, and you just use your scraps and a piece of masking tape to hold it together as the base, and it's just a great way to use up your scraps. So I thought I would share it with you and see if you like it. And these four I decorated with bits and pieces that I have that I am trying to use up. I have a pouch and I'm trying full of these die cuts and ready-made pieces, and I've had them forever, a long time. But I made a whole bunch more. I made a load of these today, and now they're just ready to go for belly bands, or if you want to cut a piece and use it as a tab on a page, or as a decoration or component for ephemera, a background piece. And I will just show you what I've got here, and then I'm going to show you how she does it. And I did a little bit of a twist on it, a little bit different than she does, but it's all the same thing. So you take a piece of masking tape, and if you don't have masking tape, you can just use a piece of scrapbooking paper, and you rip off a piece, and she just puts it down on her table or on her board, but I couldn't get it to stay. I mean, it curls, so I tuck it under and press it down on my board, and I do that on both ends, and then it kind of keeps it in place. And I do a whole bunch of them all across my board here. And then you just take your scraps, and I've got a load of scraps here, and you just go to town and start putting pieces on the masking tape, and the masking tape holds it down. Now you don't really need to worry about much of anything, really. Just put them down, whatever order you like. Just give pieces a rip. They can be bigger or smaller. You kind of want to vary the size if you can. I'm just going to use a bunch of pinks and purples, or greens and pinks here, because that's what I've got. And I like a ripped edge, so I'll rip that. And you just keep going until you've filled up your piece. Let's see, let's get some more green in here. And let's put a piece of this. Great way to use up your scraps. I thought of Bonnie. If you guys don't know Bonnie, of Bonnie and Clyde. Hi Bonnie. I thought of you with this project because you're trying to use up all your scraps. So this would be a good project for you, girl. She's got a bunch of stuff she's trying to use up, and I think this would be a good project for her. So as you can see, you just keep going and using up your pieces. And let's see, what do I want here? Let's put some of this. You don't really need to worry about your edges because I'll show you that part in a second. You just do you and put down whatever you want, however you want. Let's use a piece of this at the top. Okay, now you've got that. Now she took her glue and kind of went under some of these pieces just to hold them down in the center. You don't really need to do that. This is the first one I've actually done this with. I'm just showing you what she did because they kind of overlap, and if you're worried about them coming up. Okay, then next step is you take a piece, you take a strip. Let me cut a strip here. I think I want to use this one. And I'm just doing this about, a little more than 1/4 of an inch. And again, you can do you however wide or narrow you want your piece. And let's see, I'm gonna distress the edges a little bit. Because we don't like that bright white sometimes on the edge. And then you're going to glue this piece down the center of your cluster. Just like that. Okay. Then I lift it up. Okay. Now, if you want to call it good here, you can. I've made clusters very similar to this, but she cut hers. And I use this same cutting technique on my vintage journaling cards and tags if I want them. You know how an old card looks kind of rough on the edges, and so that's kind of what we're going to do here. And I just round the corner, and then you just kind of cut in and out, give it a little bit of a shape. She took a corner rounder and did her corners, but I'm just using my scissors. It's just as easy for me to do that. So you just cut, and you can kind of follow the paper edges if you want, or make your own shape. And that is it. How cool is that? Great way to use up your scraps and get rid of all these little bits and pieces. But now you have a piece that's ready to put on the edge of a page. Let me find a journal. Find a page. It doesn't have anything on it. So you can stick out the edge of your page. You could use it as a belly band. You can cut it down and use it this way. Like I said, you could cut a piece off and make it as a tag. You could also stitch down the center of this if you wanted it a little more secure. But I thought it was a great idea using the masking tape as the base because it just kind of holds everything down while you're working on it. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you because I think it's a really great idea. And as you can see, I went to town today and just made a bunch of them. And like I said, I only decorated a few because I want to make them specific to the journal, but I intend to use up that little pouch of the die cuts that I've had forever. They're really fun and they're pretty, but I just don't use them, and this is a great way to use up things that you've got laying around, which is my goal again this year, is to not buy as much and use what I've got. So let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up and check out Melina. I think that's how she says her name. I've only seen her one video, but maybe you know her. She looks like she's got some really great ideas and she's a fun gal. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Remember, be happy, be kind, and enjoy life. Love you guys, and God bless, and I'll see you soon. Bye.